Nice to
How
meet
have you been?
Becca Bowen. I've been good. How about you?
I'm doing great.
All right. You looks like you've been around the world.
I feel like I have. It's hard for me to quit working. I'm like a workaholic.
I can tell. I was checking out your website and looking at all this fun stuff, and I'm like, wow, this girl's been doing this a while. Let's start with that. How many years have you been gone professional?
Oh God. Well, I've been singing since I was 5. Pretty much this is crazy, but I started traveling with like a gospel group literally at the age of like 6, 7 years old on their tour bus. And I would sing a few songs before they would sing. So I've been doing this my entire life, which is wild.
I love it.
So
Yeah, I saw and you're from South Carolina.
I am. I'm Southern girl, of course.
Southern girl, Southern girl. What, small town, South Carolina? Or the big city?
Yes, I'm from West Columbia, South Carolina, which is it's grown up a little bit now, but man, when I was younger, it was nothing hardly. We did have the McDonald's though, that was nice.
Oh yeah. Hey,
And skating rink.
when did you
That
go
was
to
awesome.
Nashville? When did you go to Nashville?
I've been pretty much traveling my entire life, even in New York and singing, and doing theater and all that. And but I didn't like happen to move to Nashville until about 4 years ago. And
Okay.
but I've been traveling and singing professionally for a very long time. But for 4 years, I've been in Nashville, really just hitting it hard and pursuing my dreams in, Music City. You got to go there if you want to be a country star.
That's right. That's right. And I saw a little bit about gospel background, and which led me to you worked with Kirk Franklin.
Oh my gosh, Kirk Franklin when um they did the Olympics in Atlanta, and I was able to be a part of that as like the backup singer, which is insane. So I got to
Yeah.
do that. So I love Kirk Franklin. He's amazing.
Yeah. What's a big song I remember from him? Stomp.
Oh gosh, yes. I don't remember
Make
the dance.
me wanna stomp.
Yeah, like every church group, youth group was dancing to that for sure.
And Jimmy Allen, tell me about that experience.
you know, um, Jimmy Allen is the one that gave me my start back again, like in Nashville, which is crazy because I had stopped singing for a little while just because I was going through a lot of like life circumstances that I needed to handle. And we had been friends, and he actually had a concert in West Columbia, South Carolina, and he was coming in to do his concert, and he was singing the song Shallow. And I asked him, I said, who's singing the solo for Shallow? And he looks at me and he says, well, you are. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, it's time for you to sing again. So I went up there and sang Shallow with him at the Skyline Club, believe it or not. And in that moment, honestly, I just was reminded what my dreams were again. I think I'd lost sight of my dreams. And
Oh,
once I hit the stage, I was like, oh no, I've gotten this bug again. And this is where I know I should be. It's on stage singing, and that's my purpose. And after that concert, I ended up back in Nashville and just saying, you know what, I'm going to pursue what I love and give it everything I've got. I'm not going to have a plan B. And honestly, it was like the best decision that I ever did was go to Nashville without my plan B this time.
yeah. Yeah, no plan B. What part of Nashville did you wind up settling in?
Franklin.
Oh, Franklin, I'm in Spring Hill.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
I'm
Franklin.
in
So nice.
Vegas and Spring Hill. I got a little place over there, and here in Vegas, and a little place in Nashville.
I love Franklin because it kind of reminds me of home, honestly, because it's
Yeah.
still kind of country feel to it as well. I
Uh-huh.
tried to stay in Nashville for a little bit, but it was just like party hardy. I couldn't. I was like, I need to go to the country.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of busyness going on in downtown Nashville and all that stuff. But and
Yeah.
I see. Lee Bryce caught my attention. You wrote with Lee Bryce.
Lee Bryce actually had pushed a song to my producer called Boy which is not the Boy that he recorded. He actually wrote another song called Boy, and I ended up recording that on my debut album, which is called Better Than the Dream.
Okay.
And it's one of my most streamed songs, one of my most popular songs, of course. I mean, Lee Brice wrote it. He's incredible writer, and I got the chance to meet him and, you know, just thank him for allowing me to sing that song. It's definitely a crowd favorite, so it's on my debut album for sure.
And so when you co-wrote it with him?
No, I wish I co-wrote it with him. No,
Oh,
it was shot. Yeah, it was shot to me, and then I ended up recording that.
okay.
I just got. I've always been a songwriter, but I was not comfortable putting my songs out quite yet. I wanted to kind of establish myself in Nashville before I felt vulnerable enough to put my own songs out. And then after that debut album, you know, which was, you know, had songs on it by Rebecca Lynn Howard and Lee Brice and some very big writers. You know, I started actually singing the song Son of a Gun around town that I'd written with Sam Woods at a lot of writers' rounds. And people kept asking me, you know, when are you going to put this out? We want to hear it, you know, and listen to it. So I went to my producer, who is Sal Oliveri, which she's produced for like Chris Stapleton and Pink and all them. And I was like, man, people are asking me to put this song out. What do you think about it? You know, I was like, I don't really usually put my own songs out or write them, maybe, you know, for other people to listen to or whatever. And we ended up recording that song, which would be my first release, you know, as a songwriter that people knew, you know, I wrote that song. Went viral because People Magazine ended up loving the song, loving the story behind it. And it went crazy. It like ended up in People and even Perez Hilton, and I mean all these crazy places, because the story behind the song was I was dating this guy and I was going to go sing the national anthem at this very big festival. And I walked up there to sing the national anthem. And for some reason, I don't know why, because I have a travel schedule. I don't know if he was like keeping up with that travel schedule. I walk out on stage and I look out in the audience as I'm about to sing the national anthem, and he is sitting in the audience with another woman.
Oh
so I was like mortified. And I happened to have a write, you know, my co-writer Sam, a few days later, and I was like so angry about it, mad, you know, and I walk in, he's like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to write about? And I was like, I know exactly what we're going to write about, that no good two-timing redneck son of a gun. And that was the story behind the song. And people were just so taken by like, how could this guy do that to her? That's so redneck, you know?
wow. It's called
And
Son
so,
of a Gun.
yes. And so that is definitely, people know me by that song, Son of a Gun. And so what
Awesome.
happened from there was, I was like, wait, wow, people really are responding to my own words, my own music, my own way of being like authentic, you know? And so I started writing, you know, music about what I was experiencing. And it ended up becoming this crazy EP called County Line that just came out not too long ago. And it's kind of in chapters, you know, Son of a Gun, If I'm Being on, all the songs, you can see exactly what I was going through. And even, you know, no, I'm going to chase my dreams now. I'm not going to depend on a man. It all came into this like chapter EP called County Line. And people just really related to it. And I've never felt so proud to be a songwriter, like to know that my own words, you know, really made an impact on people. Like,
yeah,
I was like, if I never do anything ever again, it doesn't matter, because I feel like I made my mark in music, and that's to me is what it's all about.
yeah.
I made that mark. I found my purpose, and I literally could not be happier with the success I've had with that EP.
Wow. How about that? Congratulations. Hey, who is your producer then? Who do you recommend for a producer? I need one for my music.
Sal Oliveri is insane. He's like the best to me. I mean, he is absolutely the best. And he's got some Grammys behind him and everything. He's amazing.
And what's his name? I'm gonna write that down.
It's Saloliveri.
Oh, Sal.
Sal Oliveri.
Sal Oliveri. Okay, I'll produce her. Can I tell him you sent me?
Absolutely.
All right,
He
all right.
actually has, what he does is he's moved to Florida, but he will come in ever so often. Like when he has like a project to do, he'll fly in and do that project. So, and he's usually in every 2 weeks. So, yeah, absolutely. I'll tell him that you need a producer too, so he'll know that he's expecting you.
Yeah, all right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of shopping. I had a guy in Nashville, and I'm a struggling singer-songwriter. I don't have half of what you got going on, but
Wait a minute, aren't we all? Aren't we all?
but my producer left Nashville, moved to Texas, and I kind of want to try some new guys out and see what what I can come up with. And when I hear somebody's music, I heard a couple of your songs, and I thought, wow, boy, these are produced really well.
Let me tell you, you will be spoiled because the session musicians that he uses on his um songs are like, Keith Urban's guitar player and stuff. Like these are like very big time session
Wow.
players. And so I mean, what sometimes when I walk in there, I'm just like, wow, I don't deserve this, but this is amazing.
Good for you. Gosh. So God's love and I'm pouring some love on you.
Let me tell you, I have been blessed and I know where my blessings come from.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love that. What else here? Heartbreaking Business. I listened to that one a little bit. That just dropped.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This one was so cool for me to release because it was a little more country rock. And after County Line, the EP, I felt like that was so vulnerable and really giving a people um, a little glimpse of my life. But I thought with Heartbreaking Business, I'm going to come out with a vengeance, and really give this country rock Southern girl, kind of like Miranda Lambert type song
Mhm.
to my listeners. And this song happened to be, it is written by myself and Sam Woods. And I was dealing with this guy who was just like such a player, but he didn't realize that I knew he was playing me. But I found out before he found out I knew. And I was like, that player, he thinks he's going to get something over on me. And of course, I was writing with Sam, and Sam was talking about, because I was talking to Sam about all this. And he's like, love is like a battlefield. Nobody can find love anymore. I mean, this is like crazy, like zombie apocalypse trying to find love out here, just like the end of the world. And I told him what I was going through. And he comes up with this like crazy guitar riff, like you heard it, kind of like soul country rock. And all of a sudden, I was just like, well, I'm in the heartbreaking business too. And we looked at each other and we're like, oh my gosh. So we wrote this, total song into this players getting played. And it's like, it's like what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right,
And so
right.
like, I'm in the
Wow.
heartbreaking business too. And then I realized, I was like, wow, I'm really showing my Southern roots. Don't mess with a Southern girl.
Oh man, I love that.
Thank you.
That's a good story. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Big business. Okay, so when did you write that?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna tell you, it's only been about a few, God, probably a year ago. I can't even keep up track of time anymore. Probably a year or so ago, we wrote it.
Okay.
And I had this already written before. So it's been longer than that. I had this already written before County Line, the whole EP. And we thought about, man, should we put this on that EP or not? But I thought that Heartbreaking Business really needed its own like attention, like single attention, like, so because I thought it was such a summer jam. So we decided to leave that off of the EP, after talking to my producer and everything, and then, put it out as a single. And I'm so glad we did.
Okay. Wow. Good stuff.
Thank you.
And I know your time is valuable, so I'm just trying to respect your time.
Oh, God, you are fine. You are fine.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Performing at the Mockingbird Theater in Franklin, July 19th.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Is
We
that
have a
is
group.
that the downtown movie theater?
No, it's not the Franklin Theater, but it's right down from it. It's the Mockingbird Theater. They have a lot of like theater events there and big rounds. But this is an all women writers round at the Mockingbird Theater, so I'm ecstatic to be a part of it. And I especially love singing in Franklin because we don't get to sing in Franklin a lot,
Right.
usually in Nashville. And so this is like very special to me. And I'm already like working on a new song. I've been in the studio with that. So I'm hoping to, debut that song there. It's called Tangled in Your Love, which is certainly a next chapter to Heartbreaking Business. So I'm excited about this one too. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but I wanted to sing that song there for, the debut of it as well.
I love it. I love it. Well, gosh, I go back and forth Vegas to Nashville every month, and I'm there for a couple weeks and back and forth. But I'm not going to be there that one, or I would be there to watch you and cheer you from the.
Oh, I would love for you to be there, but I understand Vegas is calling.
Well, I'll be there. I'm rolling into Nashville. Next trip is 24th, 25th. I'll be there for a week or two. But
Okay.
but you're not. When's your next gig? When are you playing out any?
We're opening up for Tyler Farr August the 31st. That's going to be like this very big festival in
Wow.
It's like an hour from Nashville, but it's like at the Buffalo River Resort. So, oh my gosh, it's almost like a farm tour, so it's going to be huge. Like, I cannot wait for that. And then we do have writers rounds coming up and other gigs around Nashville, and then some hopefully in Florida shortly. My booking agent's getting all this stuff together. So I
Well,
haven't seen
if
I
I
haven't seen my schedule yet.
if I subscribed, will I get the emails about where your next show is?
Yeah, all you gotta do is I'll get your email and I'll let you know. And bands in town, if you follow bands in town, it shows, as they add them
Yeah.
on, it shows up on there. That's like bands in town is the best place to find out where I'm singing.
Okay, bands in town. Let me write that down there because I look at them all the time. Bands in town.
Yeah, we always add my dates to that as soon as we can.
Okay. Okay, super duper. Let's see here. What about new EP Country Line? We talked about that. That was released January 26th. Okay, Son of a Gun, we talked about, got over 40,000 streams in the first week.
I know, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy, right?
Yay! And then if
Wow.
I'm being honest, it's like one of my most streamed songs as well. And it was about getting over, my heartbreak. It was like I was thinking about all the girls downtown in Nashville and why they were down there partying so hard. And I was like, maybe they're getting over a guy, maybe they're getting drunk, having fun, just getting over, and so people seem to really like that song that they related to, getting over a guy or a girl, you gotta let loose to get over somebody sometimes. And that's what
Oh
that song,
yeah.
you know. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like with my music, I'm always a little like blunt with the way, like, I feel like as a woman we should be able to talk about how we really feel, and sometimes you feel like, oh, I better not say that or better not say this. But I thought it was fun. You know what? Yeah, I did go out on the town, I did get drunk, I did make out, and I did get over people. And so I think it gives people an insight of you know how I really am as like a human being, not just as an artist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. Well, let me see here. What's the next big thing?
Well, the next big thing is opening up for Tyler Farr and new music coming out. And we're in the works for I'm hoping to do something big around Christmas. I can't say what it is, but we're in the works for all this stuff. And, traveling and, singing songs from my EP and just meeting the fans. I think here on out until 2025, which is not very far away, we're going to be really focusing on the fans and doing those writers rounds and intimate gigs so people can get to know who I am as a person. And I think it's very important for the fans to know that without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I love. Because of their support, I can do what I love. And that's why I've taken more time to do like the more intimate concerts, like the Mockingbird Theater stuff, because I want to get to know my fans and hear their perspective of, what they want to hear from me.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Okay. I do this about I don't know, in a month I'll do like 5 or 10 these Zoom interviews. And but not every one of them do I see them being on the cover of our magazine, but I see you on the cover.
Oh yeah.
So here's one Nash we did with Miranda Lambert and her husband and all that. And I want to I'll be talking to your gals about getting you on the
I
cover.
would love, this is crazy, but a dream of mine has always been to be in the Nashville magazine or be on the cover. Every time I go to like
Really?
yeah, every time I went to my producer studio, he'd always have like the My Nashville magazines. He would say, and I'd be like, man, I wish I could be on the cover of this magazine. So that's just, I would love
Okay.
to.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about Sal?
Yeah, Sal.
Oh, he's heard about my magazine?
Dude, he has it he used to have it at his studio. And so I'd see it and I'd be like, oh my gosh. And then I rehearse at home studios in Nashville and they always have your magazines there. And I'm always like,
Oh, I
man, I want
love
to be
it.
on the cover of this.
Well, you
So
are
that's
now.
crazy.
All right.
I would love to.
Have you ever been on a cover before?
Oh gosh. I don't know about the cover. Oh, well, I'm about to be on the cover. This is crazy with my dog for Canine magazine. And
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know why I have like this little chihuahua that looks absolutely crazy, but
I saw the pictures. I saw some pictures on your Instagram. Yeah.
and I was like, are you sure you want that dog on the cover? But yes, I'll be doing that one shortly. But I've had like of course, inserts and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I haven't been on the cover, so I would love to be on the cover.
Yeah, yeah. There's a song in there too I want to write someday about being on the cover. You're as pretty as a cover of a magazine, something like that. I want to write something like that one day. I've got 6 songs of my own right now that are all getting mastered right now. That'll be my first
Really?
EP coming out. Yeah.
Where can I hear your music?
I'll send you links, my link when they're ready. We just want to release them when they're ready and all that, want to sound good. But they're really good. I'm very proud of them, but I'll send them to you.
Oh my gosh, please. I would love to listen to them. I'm sure they're outstanding.
What's your email? I'll put your email down.
Mine is Becca Bowen 109 at gmail.com.
109 at Gmail. Okay.
.com. Becca Bowen 109
at gmail.com. Okay.
Yes.
And then Sal Oliveri, does he have a company name or is it just
It's actually I can I was gonna send you, will you email me and then I'll send you his contact?
yeah,
How about that?
all right, and then I'll follow up with him then. And these 6 songs will come out on this first EP, and then but I think I'm ready to take it up kick it up a
Well,
level.
I'm telling you what, if you want to take it up a notch, he is the man. Like I can't say enough about him, like seriously. And he's so good about listening to you and knowing what you want for your music. Like when he was producing mine, I was like, I don't know if I like this. I want this. He's very good about that. And
oh, good, yeah, because sometimes he'll throw in the guitars, say you can. I don't think that needs to be there, and he'll stuff like that. He'll work with you to build.
He will definitely work with you. Like the last single I did, I was like, I don't know if I like that guitar riff that's in there. Can you work with it, tweak it? And he did. And a lot of producers aren't that willing to work with you, but he's great.
Yeah, I need somebody that can actually take my song and they can tell you, and this needs a fiddle, or it needs a steel, or it needs a Stratocaster. Somebody that knows the instruments that can say, what would sound good on this, the decoration, the beautiful.
And also, like I've seen him work with other people where he sometimes feels like it needs to be reconstructed a little bit, and it turns out amazing. He's there to help you. Like I said, I can't say anymore. He's just absolutely wonderful.
How long have you been with him?
Probably about 5 years.
About 5 years now? Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I'm so like stuck. I won't record. It's terrible. I haven't recorded with any other producer because I'm so loyal to him because he's that good, Yeah,
well, when you find somebody that makes you sound like you want to sound, that you're just like does better, gives you a better song than you thought it could be, and they make it even more beautiful than you were already, you're like, wow. Then you want
and it just like meshes so well, like his vibes are good. Were you at CMA Fest this year?
Yeah, I think I missed you. We were supposed to get together that weekend.
I thought so. I was wondering because I had seen it on my schedule, and I don't know how we missed each other.
Yeah, it got a little wild and crazy, and which is another song we've all heard.
Yeah, the CMA Fest was absolutely incredible this year, and it was wild and crazy.
Yeah, we were supposed to meet up there. I apologize. I can't remember what happened. So sorry about that, but something got.
No, I didn't know if it was from my team or what happened. So I was like, I was going to apologize if it was something I did because I was like, oh gosh, I saw it on the schedule and I didn't know. But Hey, I kind of like this better. This is a good
Yeah.
vibe. You're, because you're so rushed when you're at those events that
Yes.
you don't really chance to like get to know each other or talk. It's just like 10 minutes
100%, right.
out.
Yeah. What's your name? What's your new song? Where are you going now? See you later.
All right, bye.
They're
See you
all like
next year.
5-minute interviews. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, listen, what I want to do is I'm going to have my people reach your people. Let me see. Yours is Caitlin Blackford.
yes, she's the best too.
So I'll have my girls get a hold of Caitlin to talk about the cover story.
Yes, let's
And
do
then
it.
when it comes out, I want to, only thing I'm going to ask you to do is meet me at a Starbucks or something where I can give you copies and to get a picture with you.
Absolutely. I'll meet you
Okay.
at McDonald's, wherever.
Okay. I love it. Well, thank you.
Thank
Lovely.
you so much. I enjoyed this today. This was fun.
Okay. Well, I enjoy you. What a great personality. What a beautiful person you are. And from the
Oh, thank
pictures,
you.
I didn't know if I was going to get, this stuffy Barbie, but
No,
I got such a down home girl. I love it. So.
I know everybody always expects me like this stuck up Barbie. I'm like, that is not me. That is like a persona. And I don't know why everybody's like thinks that.
Well,
No,
your pictures are like, model, you look like a
I
high
can't help it. Like
model.
I'm glamorous, but when the minute I start talking, you're like, wow, she's such a redneck,
Yeah. Oh man, Barbie and a beer.
Yeah, but most people like they'd be like, I thought you were gonna be Barbie, but you're actually really Ellie Mae, from
Yeah,
Beverly
yeah, yeah. There you
Hills.
go.
Yeah.
Well, what a joy you are, and
Thank you.
I'll ask God to give you. I'm a big man of faith. I'll ask God to give you
Oh,
more blessings and
yes.
and
Well, he
bless
just
your career.
blessed me right now with that. He knew. I'm like, that's so crazy because God knew I wanted to be on that cover so bad. So that is a God blessing right there. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Do you go to COTC down there in Franklin?
What is that?
Church of the City?
No, I love Elevation Church. So, and then I do go to Cross Point sometimes as well. But
Okay.
when I'm in South Carolina, because I go back and forth from South Carolina to Nashville, because my hunting property's here and we get to fish and stuff. So usually on the weekends, if I'm not singing, I'm in South Carolina and I go to the harvest.
Yeah.
But on the road, Elevation, I mean, Steve Furtick is in my ear all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Love
Yes,
you, Steve Furtick.
Church of the City is my church when I'm down there. They got 3 or 4
Is it?
little ones. They have one in Spring Hill and the big one's in Franklin, but they got a little
Is
one.
that the one that CC Winans they own or no?
I don't know. I don't
I
know
don't know
about.
because one of my friends had invited me, I believe, and he's the backup singer for CC Winans. I felt like they own part of that church or something. I could be completely wrong.
I've heard
I don't.
that, but yeah, I don't know who the owners are. But it's one my Vegas pastor told me about in Nashville, and I've been hooked ever since.
I bet you that's the same church
I'll
because
bet
I've been
probably,
wanting to visit that church. I bet you that's what it is.
probably, yeah. Well, okay. Well, thank you for all your time and stuff. I'll send you an email. And then you can connect with your fellow Sal. I'm excited to talk
Yes.
to him, and then my girls will get the cover going with you, and we'll be in touch.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Okay.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the
All
week.
right. Bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
dear.